Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well. My name's ExxotikGaming and welcome to a bit of an exciting video. As you all can recall, just recently I made a tutorial on how to get the official PUBG game for both iOS and Android, and I wanted to do something a lot of people have been requesting me to do in this video. We are going to be comparing two games. The new PUBG Mobile game that just came out, alongside the ever-popular Rules of Survival Battle Royale game, and seeing which one is better, if you can even say one is better. This is a completely unbiased comparison, and we're purely going to be basing both games off of how they perform, what in-game features exist, etc, etc. So guys, real quick, I just want to say I did spend a lot of time creating this video, and I would really appreciate it if you spent just a second to leave a like down below. It doesn't take much of your time, but it really means a lot. And hey, if you play either PUBG Mobile or Rules of Survival, please subscribe to my channel down below. I play both games on my channel. Anyways, without spending any more time in the intro, in the background I have some gameplay of both games, so I hope you enjoy. To begin, I want to address probably the most popular comment we'll be seeing on this video, which will be mindless people saying something along the lines of, "Rules of Survival copies PUBG, PUBG is clearly better." Now guys, here's something very important to note. When you're designing games, similarity is inevitable. There are only so many genres out there, especially regarding shooting games. Many people will say Rules of Survival is a ripoff of PUBG, and really the only similarity between the two is they're both battle royales, and I guess they both have guns, but that's it. Rules of Survival and PUBG have so many different features between each other, to the point where if someone tries to make the argument that Rules of Survival copied PUBG, it just doesn't make sense. With that argument, you could say Fortnite copied PUBG, and with that argument, you could say PUBG copied H1Z1, which has had a Battle Royale game mode for multiple years now. So please, don't be dumb and say something like, "Oh, Rules of Survival sucks because it copied PUBG," because it didn't. Just because both games are Battle Royales doesn't mean one copied the other, and it doesn't automatically mean the older game is better. Let's actually look at the features in the games themselves and truly see which one is better. First off, let's look at some more general things about both games. In the background, I purposely created new accounts for both games so I could show you guys equal gameplay with both games. I haven't played enough PUBG Mobile yet to be equal rank with what I am in Rules of Survival. Similarly, the type of gameplay is different as you encounter better and better gameplays, so since I am at a beginning level in PUBG Mobile, it makes sense to show a side-by-side comparison of beginner level gameplay in Rules of Survival as well. But today's video isn't really about the gameplay, it's about the comparison. So obviously, as of right now, Rules of Survival has been out longer, it's released worldwide, and has many different servers all over the world to minimize most players' ping. In comparison, currently PUBG Mobile is technically only available in China, so there are only Chinese servers and you'll get a lot of ping if you try to join them. It's similar to trying to play COD Online outside of China. You'll be going up against only Chinese players and you need to expect like at least 400 ping when you're playing. So that's definitely a disadvantage to playing PUBG Mobile. But you can still definitely get around and play, just expect some odd things to happen every once in a while. Next, again, since PUBG Mobile is currently only available in China, you can only get the game in Chinese. There are several people out there that have translated text from in-game, but there currently isn't a full proper English version yet, so that definitely means it's pretty difficult to learn everything. To be honest, I still don't know everything, and I still haven't bothered to mess with my settings too much since I don't want to mess anything up. You can just download Google Translate off the App Store or the Google Play Store and use the picture function to translate Chinese to English. It's helped me a bit, I'm sure it'll help you. But yeah, Rules of Survival is available for multiple different languages, so if you're looking for the game that's easier to operate, at least for right now, Rules of Survival is the one. However, they're obviously going to eventually release a full English version for PUBG Mobile and create worldwide servers, so in the end, both games will be equal at that point. In terms of gameplay, you guys can see in the background how the graphics look. I personally think PUBG was going for a more realistic approach in terms of how everything looks. I mean, you can definitely say Rules of Survival has a cartoony style, but that isn't a bad thing. The graphics are brighter and would probably appeal to a younger audience better. Elsewhere, gameplay mechanics are a little less realistic in Rules of Survival. In Rules of Survival, you can run up any hill regardless how steep it is, versus PUBG Mobile, where you will have to go at a diagonal at a certain steepness. In Rules of Survival, you can jump through windows and jump literally over anything, whereas in PUBG Mobile, you can't jump as high. You have a climbing animation, and instead of jumping through a window, you have a climbing through window animation similar to the PC version of PUBG. One thing PUBG Mobile definitely has going for itself is a character customization menu. You can customize your character quite extensively, more than you can in Rules of Survival. Now, I'm not discrediting Rules of Survival, but in that game, you do have to pay for clothing. In PUBG Mobile, you can customize your character right down to facial features and skin color for free. It's pretty cool. For clothing, however, you do have to pay in PUBG Mobile. Both games are pretty similar in terms of basic game mechanics. They're both Battle Royale games, both have a plane flying over the map, and both have you jump out at a certain point, parachute down, and get to the ground where you find weapons to kill people with. I mean, I'm pretty good at Rules of Survival, and in my first match of PUBG Mobile, I killed 6 people, drove several types of vehicles, got the AUG from an airdrop, and survived till 14th place. Pretty much all you can ask for a first game. So, if you play Rules of Survival, you'll easily be able to transition over to PUBG Mobile. However, where the games differ is with the physical button layouts of both games. I actually think in general, it's a bit easier to pick things up that you need in PUBG Mobile. In Rules of Survival, items' names are small and sometimes hard to read on your screen, but in PUBG Mobile, if there's something there that the game thinks you need, it'll be in bright yellow. Even if you don't exactly know what you're picking up, since it's all in Chinese, you'll know it's good because the game is recommending it to you. That's the cool thing about PUBG Mobile. The game actually automatically picks stuff up for you if it thinks you need it. So say you're running around at half health and 0 bandages. If you happen to run over a med kit on the ground and don't pick it up, the game will automatically pick it up for you. It results in a much more enjoyable and easy looting experience, so I definitely think PUBG Mobile has a plus in my books for that. Another plus, the time it takes for bandages to regenerate health is a lot quicker in PUBG Mobile, so that's great! We all know how long it takes for bandages and health kits to regenerate our health in Rules of Survival. Now, I've seen some other people's videos, and they always claim the map size in PUBG Mobile is far too large. I personally don't find really any issues with it. It's the same as the original PUBG map size on PC, and I didn't find any issue there. People also claim vehicles are too sparse around the map, but I also haven't found that issue. As long as you can spawn in by a group of buildings, you have a pretty good chance of finding a car or bike, or at least from what I've seen so far. PUBG really is a game about using the vehicles, so of course someone's gonna say the map is too big if they run across it on foot. You aren't meant to go on foot from one side to the other. One of your big goals when dropping in should be to find a vehicle and secure it in case you're far outside the safe zone. The gun mechanics are a bit different in both games as well. Guns seem to perform a bit more realistically in PUBG Mobile, so expect that, and also you won't have that aim assist you get when you first start playing Rules of Survival. It's more like most of your other mobile games out there where you have to aim completely on your own in order to get the kill. Of course, the guns are different in both games as well. Expect the guns in PUBG Mobile to be like the ones in the PC version. However, an interesting thing to note, you have 2 gun slots in PUBG Mobile, and even when picking up a pistol, it takes one of those slots. I thought that was weird because in the PC version, you can carry 2 guns and a pistol. You can't do that in the mobile version though, so that's weird, I think. In Rules of Survival, obviously, you can carry 2 guns and a pistol without any problem. There are definitely more types of vehicles in Rules of Survival, which adds to the arcadey feel, and I have to give mad props to NetEase for releasing so many new updates where they release tons of new types of vehicles. I mean, a glider? That's not something you see in PUBG. The vehicles in PUBG are just like the PC version, so if you're transitioning over from the PC to mobile, you can expect a lot of similarities there. A funny thing to note is when you kill people in PUBG Mobile, at least for right now, green blood spurts out instead of red blood. I heard this is due to the fact that in China, games aren't allowed to show true red blood, which doesn't affect the gameplay, but I thought it was kind of funny. Both games can potentially have a lot of action, but it really depends on where you land. I do definitely feel Rules of Survival gives you more action in general. Since the original Rules of Survival map is a bit smaller, and the other one is bigger but can house up to 300 players, you will be in combat far more often than in PUBG. PUBG is probably the more tactical game out of the two, and you can pretty easily see that after you play for a while. In the end, you really can't say which game is better over the other. Both are amazing Battle Royale games. PUBG was the first Battle Royale game I got into on computer about 6 months ago, and Rules of Survival was the first mobile battle royale I got into back in early December. Both are very different in many aspects, but they definitely can appeal to certain players. In the end, I feel PUBG is going for a more realistic feeling battle royale game where being tactical is always the top priority, and I feel players who are looking for the game that really immerses them in a more realistic feeling game would definitely gravitate towards PUBG Mobile. Rules of Survival, on the other hand, would be a game for people who like a lot of action. People who might be a little more aggressive in general, who might make less tactical moves, will probably gravitate towards Rules of Survival more. I personally am more of the aggressive type, so I feel I'll be playing Rules of Survival more than PUBG Mobile. But they're both fantastic games. I'm amazed mobile gaming has developed so much to the point where we can have entire PC ports like PUBG and 300-player battle royale games like Rules of Survival just in our hands. It feels like only yesterday I was playing Angry Birds and cut the rope on my iPhone 3GS and was amazed at being able to play such a portable game on my phone. So yeah, is Rules of Survival better than PUBG Mobile? Nah. Is PUBG Mobile better than Rules of Survival? Nope. It all depends on your personal preference. I don't think either game will completely dominate the mobile battle royale market. Just like there are cults for the PC version of PUBG and Fortnite Battle Royale, there will be cults for both Rules of Survival and PUBG Mobile. I'll play both games on my channel, and I'm excited for the official English version of PUBG Mobile when it gets released, but I guess for now, I'll be learning some Chinese. So with that, guys, I hope y'all did enjoy this video. If you did, I would greatly appreciate it if you left a like down below. It helps the channel out a lot, and it means the world to me. Subscribe if you've watched this far for some more Rules of Survival and PUBG Mobile content. I'm excited for the future of both games on my channel. I will be playing more of both games off camera, and maybe when the official English version of PUBG Mobile gets released worldwide, I'll be making a more in-depth comparison between the two games to truly see which one is better. Until then, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.
去打他，因为刚刚我把他们可能已经升级。